Hello everyone, my name is Kevin and today I'm going to show you how our Figma backup tool works. I'm already on our website and in order to create an account to get started, you have to click here. We allow you to create a free account which allows you to back up to one file for free. Otherwise, you have to sign up for one of our paid plans, which include other features like converting your backups to Adobe XD or Sketch. Additionally, you can also hook up a custom storage solution to store your backups to with one of our paid plans. But more about that later. So let's get started. I've already prepared an account, so we're going to head over to our backup tool by clicking here on Figma Backup Tool. This will fire up the login for the tool. So just put in your email address here. Then I'll ask you for the password. And once you've entered that, it will take you to the dashboard. So this is the main dashboard of the Figma Backup tool. And in order to get started, we have to first hook up our Figma account and give the backup tool permission to access everything in your Figma account. In order to do so, simply click here on My Account and Settings. And then you will see a section here which is called Figma Account with a button Connect to Figma. Simply click on that and it will open Figma and it will ask you to give our application permission to access your files and your data in your Figma account. Don't worry, we'll only ask for read permission, so your data should be safe and sound. Simply click on Allow Access to continue then. This will take you back to the same settings page that we were before. One thing to note is that in this settings page, you can also configure other things, like in which storage region your data is going to be stored, if you want the backups to be automatically converted to Sketch in Adobe XD, and also you can define the file retention rate. So let's say if you wanted to automatically delete all file backups after 30 days, you can select that here. If you want to keep them longer for 90 or 180 days, you can define that here. For our example here, I selected that all backups are going to be converted to Figma and Sketch. So let's hit save. Once the storage configuration is saved and we've successfully hooked up our Figma account, we can go back to the main screen. Afterwards, click here on Add New Backup. What we're going to do now is schedule our first backup. The Figma Backup tool gives you two options to add Figma designs to the backup tool. One is one by one, inserting a Figma URL, or by importing files from an entire Figma team. We're going to get started with just importing a single file. In order to do that, we're simply going to head over to Figma and select the file that we want to back up today. I'm going to open it up real quick and then hit the share button in the top right corner and click on copy link. This will copy the link to the Figma design, which we're now going to copy paste here. Afterwards, you can simply click on Add Backup to trigger the first backup cycle. As you can see here, the import was successful, so we can close this window now. You will see that the first backup cycle has already been triggered and is currently running. So as you can see now, the status has switched to success and the first backup has successfully been pulled from Figma. If you click on Show History now, you can also download that first backup as a Figma or a Sketch file. That wasn't too difficult. So that's how you schedule backups for single files. What we're going to look into next is how you can import all Figma files from a Figma team. The process is actually quite similar. Simply click on Add New Backup and then select the tab Import from Team. It will ask you here to insert your Figma team ID. I'm going to show you in a second how you will get that. So head over to your Figma application again. Click on the home icon and then select the team that you want to import into the Figma Backup tool. Once you've selected the team, simply right click here and select copy link. Go back over into the Figma Backup application and copy paste that link here. This will copy and paste the entire link to the team, which we don't need in this case. So we're going to remove this and just leave the team ID here. The import feature will also give you an option to automatically add all new files that are going to be added to the team to the backup tool, which is quite handy. Otherwise, you have to, every time someone creates a new file, add that also to the backup application. So we're going to tick that in this case. Afterwards, just select Start Import to trigger the import of all files in that team. A progress bar will show, and that will give you a good indication of how far in the import progress the tool is. So this was rather quick. There's only 2 files in that specific Figma team, one called UX Team Library and one untitled. So yeah, go ahead and close this dialog and you'll already see that those 2 additional files have been added to the Figma Backup tool. Another thing that I wanted to show you is how you can restore a backup. This is actually fairly straightforward, but I'm going to show you regardless. So let's go into the first file that we've actually added. Simply download the file as a Figma file by clicking here. This will trigger the download, as you can see in the bottom left corner of my browser. Afterwards, simply open the Figma application again, select Recents to see all your files, and then you will find that there is a button called Import File, so this file here, which will trigger the upload of that particular Figma design. The upload sometimes may take a while depending on how big the design actually is, but for smaller files you should be rather quick to import it. Once that's done, you can just open the file and you will see a timestamp in the file name from when that backup was actually pulled. And that's pretty much it. This is how you can restore files from the Figma Backup tool. So today we've covered the basics of the Figma Backup tool and what it can do for you. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the section below. In another video, we're going to cover how you can hook up a custom storage solution like an Amazon S3 bucket to the Figma Backup tool and store your backups there. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.